Konami Studios.
Iron Fist, Heart of the Dragon, issue number 6. Full disclosure, guys, I think some of you might be a little upset with the way this book ends up, just because it goes in a direction that I don't think any of us were expecting when we first read this. It's not a bad direction, but per se, I think it's just like, that's a choice you made for an Iron Fist book that I wasn't expecting, and if this is in continuity, it's kind of a weird one, but whatever, it's fine. We ended last issue, the Ghost Dragon was our final fight, we had to take him down, and we are going to take him down. We gotta figure out a way to do that. We got the Chi and Okoye, the Iron Fist and Danny. Can they do it if they strike in the same spot? Well, kind of, but it's not working perfectly. A lot of the characters are getting their asses kicked, and we're just like, okay, what are we going to do now? And Okoye's like, well, if we had, like, the rest of the power of the dragons, then maybe we would be able to, like, pierce its armor, pierce its scales, and this is when we come to the realization that we gotta kill Cork. You know, Pei's little baby dragon. And Danny's like, it's a bad idea, but if we want to defeat the Hierophant and this dragon, we might have to kill your friend. She's like, okay, is he gonna come back? Maybe. Who knows? It's impossible to really say. And as that's happening, the Ghost Dragon just bites Luke Cage, but of course he's just a little bit broken, he's fine. So it goes back to fighting, and basically, this is where Pei's like, alright, I guess we have to do this if it's gonna stop everything bad from happening. And Cork's like, okay, I can accept this. He's like, closes his eyes, he clenches his fist. It's so cool. It's like, that's a very animated dragon, and it looks really good. So Okoye just gives him like, you're serving the people well. Thank you for everything you've done, Cork. Good luck. Stabs him, gets the rest of the power, and is it enough to take down the dragon? We'll have to wait and see, because before that, we see the Hierophant headed back to the place, and he's fighting foes still. You're like, okay, this is kind of fun. The Hierophant's a really weird design. It's just so much with him. It's just like gooey and flamey and scully and vampiric. I'm like, it's a good design, but you really just took everything and shoved it onto one thing. Kind of weird. So now with the power of Cork, Okoye might be able to finish the day. So I don't know if it showed up earlier in the books, but we get a page right here where we see the Iron Fist logo imprinted on the top of Okoye's head. I think it looks kind of silly. I see what they're going for. It's an interesting idea because Danny had it on his chest, Okoye has it on her most prominent feature. It's interesting enough. It's just like, that'd be a weird place for it. I don't know. I'd wear a hat. That was me. It would never be me. I'm more Danny than Okoye. We'll get to that at the end of the book here. So, with the last of the Chi, she is able to pierce the heart of the dragon and take down the Ghost Dragon. And everything is done there. They defeated it. They got the dragon. The last of the dragons are dead. We are hoping that Cork can come back. But before they have time to react, Foe's kind of taken down, and the Hierophant comes through, and all of the evil forces are back for one last fight. Now all of our heroes have to regroup and get themselves back together before anything bad happens. And Danny's got a plan in his head. He's like, okay, if anybody's going to defeat the Hierophant, it's probably going to be Okoye. So she might have all the power of the dragons, but she doesn't have all the power yet. And Danny gifts Okoye his Chi, the Chi of the Iron Fist. So Okoye gets the power of the Iron Fist. And now she has the combined powers that might be able to defeat the Hierophant. And we get a nice fight where all of our other heroes are fighting like the zombie Viking ninja things, and Okoye and the Hierophant are fighting, and it's just like, this is a bold choice. And I want to talk about it at the end when we get to the end of the book, but I think this is a very Danny Rand choice. I know some people might disagree with me, but I think it's kind of fun. So Okoye takes a couple hits in, but she uses all of her combined power, and she is able to defeat the Hierophant, and it's kind of fun. Like, I don't think we built up the Hierophant to be like this really intense, scary character, so killing him this easily, yeah, I get it. I think it works just fine. Not a big deal. It's not like she killed, like, you know, Null or something with it. I think it's fine just the way they did that. Big explosion, all of like the zombie ninjas turn to stone and they break, and the evil's defeated, and we see that Okoye has all the power in the world pretty much, which some people are going to be upset about. I know that for a fact, but I think it works. Okoye is a prominent character. She is somebody who, you know, there's certain characters where you just look at who they are. I think one of them would be like Luke Cage too. And I would say maybe even Jessica Jones, where like, you could put them in really any situation and it would work. Like, any of them could become a Captain America, any of them could become a Thor. So Okoye being one of the people that becomes an Iron Fist type character, I don't think that's a bad thing. It makes sense to me. Some people might be offended by it, but it's just a story. It's not going to last forever. It's Iron Fist. He gets retconned and changed every other day. So just let it ride for a minute, guys. If you're really upset about it, just let it ride. So we see Brenda, who is working with the Hierophants, like, you fool, you doomed me again, and all of this you've done. I always get defeated by a Rand. And we see that Dogboy is like, well, I can kill her. Danny's like, no, it's fine. She's been through enough. And then the Mother of Mercy shows up and is like, good job, Danny. You've done the right thing here. I never actually died. I was just faking it because I could be reborn, as can everything else. And we see that Cork, Pei's little dragon, is reborn as an egg, and he will house the spirit of the heavenly cities. He will become like the next, big dragon guy. Cool. Makes sense for me. I like it. It's a good story. Cork's getting his happy ending. Pei's getting her happy ending. And basically, it kind of goes to like, all right, Danny, good job. I'm going to give you back your Iron Fist now. And he's like, nah, Okoye, you should keep it. Like, you earned it. Just kind of like, okay. But the idea is like, she doesn't want it. It's like, that's not her story. She has stuff happening in Wakanda that needs to be dealt with. So Foe's got an idea like, all right, guys, I know how we can stop this. We go to the heart of heaven and we bestow the Iron Fist chi back into the egg of Cork to become Shao-Lao the Undying. And basically we are seeing that we're going to start the Iron Fist lore all over again. And that's kind of fun. So the book ends with Luke and Danny just like, you know what, dude, you might not have your flaming nightlight hand, but I still think you're pretty cool. And Danny's like, thanks, man, I'm going to live my life to the fullest. And that's where it ends. Now, some people are going to be upset by this ending for a few reasons. Danny doesn't have the power of the Iron Fist anymore, and Okoye kind of took it from him. I'm fine with both of those things because, I said it earlier. I'm like, Danny Rand's the kind of guy who goes through a lot of changes. He's also somebody who can just, like, go with the tide. He's not going to, like, freak out at any situation. If, like, he gives it to someone, he's not going to be like, you have it. And now somebody else could have it once they beat Shao-Lao. That's fine. I'm not going to worry about that. Like, if it's me again, it's me again. Who really cares? That's Danny Rand. He doesn't overreact or freak out in any situation. So the fact that he's like, yeah, somebody else wants to become the Iron Fist, so be it. I'm just going to be a superhero still as Iron Fist, I'm assuming. And also, if this book's not in continuity, who really cares? It's just like an Iron Fist story that could go nowhere or everywhere. It's not that big of a deal. He's probably going to get it back later. Or, and this could happen too, I really hope it doesn't, but this could happen. We took Danny Rand away from the Iron Fist because we want to do an Iron Fist movie, but we don't want to do it as Danny Rand. I hope that's not the case because I think you could do a great Danny Rand and Pei story in a live-action movie, but we'll have to wait and see, of course. Interesting enough, I know that's like, didn't Pei have her own Iron Fist connected to her dragon, so why didn't she like have to give up her powers for all that stuff? Whatever. It doesn't matter that much. It's just like a kind of an interesting ending for an Iron Fist book. The cycle continues. Danny Rand gives up the power. It's all about the dragons and the next generation. Kind of fun. We're really good at legacying our characters, and Pei's already here, so it works. I don't think this book did anything wrong. This ending was just kind of like, yeah, here's a bunch of stuff happening. It all wrapped up quick. There you go. Iron Fist had a story. I'm not complaining. I think it was pretty cool. The artwork looked consistent throughout all 6 issues. The story was compelling, and Danny Rand acted in a way I think Danny Rand would act. So I'm not upset about this book. I'm just like, okay, why are we doing these things to Danny? And I'm okay with the way they're doing them, but there has to be a reason. And if there isn't, it's a weird choice to end on. Really is. So, Larry Hama, man, you did good. Good job, man. I'm excited to see what else you got in store. I'm pretty sure you're going to come back and write something else. Maybe not Iron Fist. Maybe it is the next Iron Fist story. I don't know. Cool stuff, man. Iron Fist had a book. How can I complain about that? So, Iron Fist Heart of the Dragon, issue number 6, I'm going to give a 7 out of 10. Now, thank you guys for watching this review. Be sure to like and subscribe to the channel. As always, you can check me out on Instagram, Patreon, Twitter, all that good stuff, and I will catch you in the next one. Have fun, stay safe, good luck.